Have you ever noticed how easily people let small things ruin their entire day? Someone cuts them off in traffic, and suddenly their mood is destroyed. A rude comment from a stranger, and their emotions spiral out of control. But here's the truth. Anger is a choice, and once you understand this, you become untouchable. The Stoics mastered this skill centuries ago, and today we're going to break it down step by step. If you want to develop the kind of mental strength that makes you immune to negativity, keep watching. And before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to support our journey, and make sure you watch till the end, because the last principle will change how you see the world forever. Number 1. Control your interpretations, control your reactions. Nothing can make you angry unless you allow it to. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, it is not the thing itself that troubles you, but your judgment about it." This means that events are neutral. It's your mind that labels them as good or bad. If someone insults you, you can either see it as an attack or as a reflection of their own inner struggles. The power lies in how you interpret the situation. A simple example. Imagine you're walking down the street and a stranger bumps into you without apologizing. You have two choices: get irritated and dwell on it, or simply move on, understanding that their actions have nothing to do with you. The second choice leaves you in control. The first makes you a slave to every random encounter. Stoicism teaches us that true strength is in mastering perception. To practice this, start questioning your initial reactions. When something triggers you, pause and ask, is this actually a problem? Or am I just choosing to see it that way? You'll quickly realize that most things that bother you only have power because you give it to them. Once you stop assigning meaning to trivial events, you stop being controlled by them. This mindset isn't about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them. The moment you realize that external events hold no real power, you become unshakable. People will try to get under your skin, but they'll fail every time because you see through the illusion. Number 2, detach from ego. Nothing is personal. One of the biggest reasons people get angry is because they take everything personally. Someone criticizes them, and they feel attacked. Someone disrespects them, and they feel the need to prove something. But here's the truth. Most people are too consumed by their own problems to truly care about you. The world doesn't revolve around you, and the sooner you accept this, the less you'll be affected by petty negativity. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about that. Most of your anger isn't based on real threats, but on imagined slights. If someone ignores your message, you assume they're disrespecting you, when in reality, they could just be busy. If a coworker is rude, you think they hate you, when in fact, they might just be having a bad day. Let's look at an example. Imagine you hold the door open for someone and they don't say thank you. Do you get offended, thinking they're ungrateful? Or do you simply move on, realizing their behavior has nothing to do with you? If you let it bother you, you've given a stranger control over your emotions. The real power is in indifference. When you detach from your ego, nothing can truly hurt you. You stop reacting to every little thing because you no longer see yourself as the center of the universe. The next time someone tries to provoke you, remind yourself, their words and actions say more about them than they do about me. Number 3, master emotional delayed response. One of the greatest Stoic strategies for emotional control is delaying your response. Most people react immediately when provoked, leading to regretful words and unnecessary conflict. But if you train yourself to pause before reacting, you gain an incredible advantage. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The ability to delay reaction gives you time to think rationally instead of emotionally. Next time someone insults you or tries to get a reaction, don't respond immediately. Take a deep breath. Count to 3. Walk away if needed. By the time you're ready to respond, the emotional intensity will have faded and you'll handle the situation with clarity. Let's say a friend betrays your trust. Your immediate reaction might be anger and revenge. But what if you waited a day before responding? You'd likely approach the situation with wisdom instead of emotion. This technique doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It means you respond strategically rather than impulsively. Train yourself to become an observer of your own emotions. When you feel anger rising, imagine stepping outside yourself and watching the situation from a third-person perspective. Would your future self be proud of how you handled it? By mastering this technique, you make it nearly impossible for anyone to shake you. Number 4, expect human nature. Anticipate, don't react. Most anger comes from expecting people to behave differently than they actually do. But let's be honest, people will be rude, selfish, and inconsiderate at times. That's just human nature. When you start expecting it, you stop being shocked by it. Marcus Aurelius began each day by reminding himself that he would encounter deceitful and arrogant people. He understood that expecting perfection from others was foolish. This mindset is key to emotional resilience. When you anticipate negativity, you handle it with ease. Example, imagine you're driving and someone aggressively cuts you off. Instead of getting angry, you shrug it off because you already expected that people will drive recklessly. If you walk into a situation knowing that not everyone will be kind, you're never caught off guard. The solution? Instead of hoping people will always act respectfully, accept that some won't, and be unbothered by it. Train yourself to see frustrating people as tests of your discipline. Once you do this, you'll find that nothing surprises you and nothing disturbs your peace. Number 5, focus on what you can control, let go of the rest. At the core of Stoicism is a simple but powerful truth. The only thing you control is yourself. You don't control people's opinions, their actions, or the random events of life, but you do control how you respond. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This mindset is liberating. It means that instead of wasting energy on things you can't change, you focus only on what's within your control, your attitude, your actions, and your mindset. For example, if someone spreads lies about you, you can't control their words, but you can control how you react, either by ignoring it, addressing it calmly, or letting your actions speak louder than their gossip. When you shift your focus to what you can control, you become mentally untouchable. At the end of the day, the world will never be perfect. People will be difficult. Situations will be unfair. But none of that can affect you unless you let it. Master this, and you'll never be angry or bothered again. Number 6, stop arguing with reality. Accept life as it is. Anger often comes from resistance, wanting life to be different than it is. We get upset because someone didn't treat us fairly, because things didn't go as planned, or because the world doesn't operate the way we think it should. But the truth is, reality doesn't care about our expectations. The more we fight against what is, the more we suffer. The Stoics believed in a more fatty, loving fate. This means embracing life exactly as it unfolds, without resistance. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Instead of getting angry when things don't go your way, see them as opportunities to grow stronger. For example, imagine you lose your job unexpectedly. You could react with frustration, blaming the company, the economy, or bad luck. Or you could accept the reality, shift your focus, and use it as a chance to explore better opportunities. When you stop resisting life, you stop suffering over things you can't change. A practical way to apply this is to catch yourself whenever you say, "This shouldn't have happened." Instead, say, "It did happen. Now what?" Shifting from resistance to acceptance instantly removes emotional distress. Life will always present challenges, but how you respond to them is entirely up to you. Number 7, train yourself to find humor in everything. A secret weapon against anger? Humor. The ability to laugh at life's absurdities makes you mentally untouchable. Seneca said, It is more civilized to make fun of life than to lament it. If you can find humor in frustrating situations, nothing will ever truly bother you. Think about it. Most of what makes us angry is actually ridiculous when viewed from a distance. Someone cuts in front of you in line. A week from now, will it even matter? A stranger insults you online. Why let the opinion of someone irrelevant ruin your mood? Learning to see the humor in everyday annoyances disarms their power over you. For instance, imagine you're running late for an important meeting, and suddenly, traffic comes to a standstill. You have two choices: get angry and let stress take over, or laugh at the irony of life's timing. One reaction drains your energy. The other keeps you relaxed and in control. The best way to train this mindset is to start intentionally laughing at small frustrations. If you spill coffee on yourself or drop your phone, chuckle instead of cursing. Over time, you'll build a habit of reacting to life with amusement rather than anger. And once you can laugh at something, it loses all power over you. Number 8, don't give free rent to negative people in your mind. Many people ruin their own peace because they allow negative individuals to live rent-free in their heads. Someone disrespected them weeks ago, and they're still replaying it. A toxic coworker made a rude comment, and they're holding on to it like a treasure. The more you dwell on negativity, the more control you give away. Epictetus had a powerful rule. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. This means that no one can truly disturb you unless you let them. If someone insults you and you forget about it 5 minutes later, does the insult still have any effect? Of course not. Let's say a stranger criticizes you online. You can spend hours crafting the perfect response, getting angry over their ignorance. Or you could delete the comment and move on, realizing their opinion is meaningless. Which approach gives you more power? The second one. Letting go isn't weakness, it's intelligence. Here's a simple test. If something won't matter a month from now, don't waste more than 5 minutes thinking about it. The moment you learn to discard negativity as quickly as it arrives, you'll experience a level of inner peace most people will never know. Number 9, practice voluntary discomfort. Harden your mind. One reason people get angry or bothered easily is because they're too comfortable. When life is easy, even small inconveniences feel unbearable. But when you regularly expose yourself to discomfort, you build resilience, making it harder for anything to shake you. The Stoics intentionally practiced voluntary discomfort to toughen their minds. Seneca slept on hard floors to remind himself that comfort is a luxury, not a necessity. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to be content with little, knowing that true strength comes from needing less, not having more. A modern example? Take cold showers, fast for a day, or go without social media for a week. These small challenges train your mind to endure discomfort without reacting emotionally. If you can remain calm while standing in the cold or going hungry, do you think someone's rude comment will shake you? Not a chance. A strong mind is one that has faced hardship and remained unshaken. Start exposing yourself to small discomforts daily. When you train your mind to handle difficulty, everyday frustrations will feel insignificant in comparison. Number 10, live with a sense of higher purpose. Finally, the greatest way to stop getting angry or bothered by trivial things is to live with a deeper sense of purpose. When you're focused on something greater, your goals, your growth, your contribution to the world, petty annoyances lose their importance. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that he was on this earth for a purpose, to serve, to improve, to lead. Because of this, he didn't waste time on anger. He understood that every moment spent being upset was a moment wasted from fulfilling his mission. Consider this. If you were deeply focused on building a successful business, creating art, or improving your health, would you really care about a random insult or inconvenience? Of course not. Purpose gives you perspective. The more you focus on your mission, the less anything else will bother you. A simple exercise: Every morning, write down your top priority for the day. Make it something meaningful, something that moves your life forward. Then, when frustrations arise, ask yourself, does this help me achieve my purpose? If the answer is no, let it go. When you live with purpose, you realize that most anger is just a distraction. And when you eliminate distractions, you become unstoppable. If you master these principles, you will never be easily angered or bothered again. You'll move through life with an unshakable calm, unaffected by the chaos around you. Most people react to life like leaves in the wind, blown around by every little inconvenience. But you will stand like a mountain, immovable in the face of storms. Now, which of these principles do you think will help you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found value in this, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the journey. More powerful lessons are coming soon. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one.